Hey everybody, we're here at the Namco Bandai office in Sydney checking out the latest game from Ninja Theory. It's called Enslaved. These are the guys behind Heavenly Sword. We're going to take a quick look and also talk to one of the developers.
There must have been thousands of people living here.
More.
Tens of thousands?
Maybe.
Why did the mechs try to kill us?
They were built only for combat. And when the war ended, nobody told them.
Hi guys, this is Jae and Luke from Australian Gamer. We're sitting here today with Nina Kristensen, who's the Chief Development Ninja over at Ninja Theory. Thanks for joining us today, Nina. Really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to run some questions with you. We're talking mainly today about the new game that's coming out. It's called Enslaved. And it's coming out for both the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Cool, excellent. Luke, do you want to take it away?
Cool. Can you give us a quick rundown of what Enslaved is?
Okay, so Enslaved is a third-person action adventure where you get to play Monkey, who is... he's awesome. He's got a staff weapon, so it's lots of melee combat, and his weapon can also shoot projectiles. We're set in a post-apocalyptic world where the landscape's littered with mechs left over from previous wars, and nature's kind of reclaimed it. And there are these mysterious slavers that are stealing people away. There aren't many people left, like maybe 50,000 in all of North America. And Monkey is trapped on this slaver ship, and he spots this woman who's managing to escape from it. They both manage to get out, but in the course of that, Monkey gets knocked out, and Trip, the female, she puts this headband on him, which actually enslaves him. So basically, he's tied to her heartbeat. If her heartbeat stops, he's fried.
Okay, so there's a lot of cooperation, I guess, back and forwards between the two during the game.
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, Trip, she's not a nasty person. She's a terrified young woman who desperately wants to get home, but the world's such a dangerous place that she knows she's not going to make it on her own. So she needs to compel Monkey to help her out.
This game is inspired, obviously, by Journey to the West, which is an ancient, Chinese mythological story. What was the idea or the concept behind that? Why did you guys choose Journey to the West?
The story itself is really, really rich. Like, the world is fantastical, you know, it's full of magic and demons and all of this stuff, but it's coherent and logical and really rich, so it's a great source of inspiration. And all the characters in it are really interesting, and they're fun and mischievous, and there's a lot of relationships there that are really interesting, so we used it as a kind of a source of inspiration, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun to draw on that.
Yeah, that's good. It's interesting what you say about rich, because you can definitely tell that by looking at the game, the lush environments that you have, the character detail and things like that, so yeah.
Okay, in terms of graphics, you guys are kind of known for pushing the boundaries. Is there anything different you guys have done this time around to kind of separate you from other developers?
We've pushed our world pretty hard, so it is very, very lush. We're also doing some cool stuff with like the post-processing to give it a more filmic look. Mm-hmm. And we use lots and lots of colour. You know, after the world's, you know, gone to hell in a handbasket and all that, nature's come back. And, you know, it's dangerous, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I've noticed the things like the camera angles, that sort of stuff. Is that something you guys have gone externally out and brought somebody in to look after that, or is it all internally in terms of like get it a film look?
It's all done internally, but we have invested quite a lot in it. So it's like every ninja at Ninja Theory has been on a film language course to understand how cameras work, and you know, we understand when we're watching a film what's happening. So we've applied those that language into the game.
Now, with Ninja Theory, some of the games in which you guys have made before have been Kung Fu Chaos, which was one of your first ones, and one that was a couple of years ago, which is pretty popular, and one that I like a lot, which was Heavenly Sword. So have Ninja Theory learnt a lot from making Kung Fu Chaos and Ninja Theory Sword that they've perhaps taken on board to Enslaved?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with both of those previous games, there are kind of key things about making a compelling story and about characters and making something really cinematic, and that's something that we've really tried to continue to push. And I guess the other big aspect is the fighting. You know, all of those games are fighting games, and we like good combat. Yeah, so keep on pushing that.
All right, now we get kind of sent a little blurb about the company and that sort of thing, a bit of background history. Your title is Chief Development Ninja.
Yeah.
Do you know martial arts, and what's the reasoning behind the whole ninja thing?
Do you know, the naming of the company is actually not that awesome. We had to come up with a new name for the company, and there were like 20 of us in a room, and everyone was just, you know, arguing about what it should be, and we got absolutely nowhere, and in the end we had to put time on it and go home and sleep. And when we came back in the morning, someone had written Ninja Theory across the front of the whiteboard, and we looked at it and thought it was kind of cool, and that's our name, and we don't know who named us.
Okay. Just randomly appeared on the board.
Well, yeah, everyone was writing up. We had, like, the whole wall was a whiteboard, so everyone was writing up all their ideas. I don't know who wrote Ninja Theory, but it was right in the middle when we came in the next morning, and we quite liked it. So that's how we got named.
So not really a ninja, but, you know, ninja by name.
Ninjas are cool. Who doesn't want to be a ninja? So yeah, everyone at Ninja Theory is a ninja.
Awesome. Now this is a brand new IP. For people that are maybe not convinced about it, what would you say to them to maybe move them across into that direction and maybe check it out?
So Enslaved, it's lots of action, lots of combat, and a really big story to carry it through.
And very unique, I guess, gameplay as well, a lot of puzzle elements and that sort of thing when I was checking out. So it's very a mixture of, I guess, game mechanics as well.
Yeah, it is. There is quite a lot of different things that you get to do in the game.
Okay.
Excellent. With the talent that you have behind this game, not just within Ninja Theory, but you've just mentioned Andy, Lindsay, you know, you've got writers across from movies as well. Do you see that you guys are taking leaps and bounds between breaking down those barriers that we have between film and movies and video games?
We care mostly about video games, but I think when you're making something new, what you want to do is get the best possible people that you can involve. And so, like, for example, with the writing, we wanted a story that was really genuinely interesting, that had really strong character arcs and good twists that you would expect from, you know, high quality writing. So we got Alex Garland involved, and he wrote The Beach, 28 Days Later, Sunshine. So he's a novelist, a screenwriter, and film producer. So, you know, he brought a lot to the table, and he didn't just write a script. He was really integrated with the team. He happens to live in London, and we're in Cambridge, like an hour north of. So he was in our office once a week for months, and on each of those days he would sit with the designers and they would work through the design and the story in lockstep. So the story's genuinely flowing through all of the levels and all of the elements. So, you know, the most illegal thing to say at Ninja Theory is, it's alright, it's just a game. You're not allowed to say that. If you put an object there, you better make sure that object has a purpose, and that it's seated in the world, and that if it's going to do something, that you give some indications that are appropriate as to what's going to happen, just as you would do in a film.
I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Just like everyone else.
No, you're not. If you die, I die. I ain't gonna let that happen.
Detecting a fault in that mech.